You're watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the February 15th meeting of the Michigan City Commission for Women. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
5:33, we will call the Michigan City Commission for Women's February 15th meeting. We'll do our introductions in a moment, but that's interesting. Do we do roll call first? Hi there.
Hi.
Yes,
Nyla
we do.
Williams.
Nyla Williams, yay!
That's number 2.
Excellent.
Sorry, excuse me.
You're fine. If I just put that, oh, here it is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, normal procedures, we will do roll call at this point, so we'll go ahead and do that, and then we're really going to introduce ourselves. Okay, great.
Okay, so Sarah Jones.
Present.
Lori Wink, I'm here. Christina.
Here.
Faye Moore.
Here.
Hi.
Keisha Ward.
Here.
Angela Carter. Here. Jackie Jones.
Present.
Nyla Williams.
Present.
And there's the word at time. Okay. All present and accounted for.
Excellent. I feel like there's 2 in here, but you'll figure that. Oh, there we go. There we go. Great. So this is very exciting for all of the new commissioners coming on to this commission. I think it would be great to go ahead and introduce ourselves, maybe say your appointment and a little bit, anything that you'd like to say about yourself. I'm Christina Isabel. I'm the outgoing president of the commission. I've been on the commission for 8 years, 2 years as president. I was the nonprofit mayor appointee. I had a dance company, Christina Isabel Dance. I had for over 25 years. So I came at this from an arts background into the government side. So it's been really enjoyable and fun, and I'm really proud of all the work that the commission has done over the last few years.
Okay. All right.
Hi, well, I'm Keisha Ward, and I am the Director of Minority Health Partners of LaPorte County, and I am homegrown in Michigan City, born and raised. I have a social work background, former steel worker, a lot of different things, eclectic resume, education, and things like that. So, but I'm glad to be a part. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Angela Carter. I've been in Michigan City most of my life. I've always participated in smaller programs. I've lived in Indianapolis, Brown counties, things like that. I'm a type of person that would help anyone, especially the elderly people, because they need that one-on-one. They don't use the phones. So to help them to get things such as their assistance in social participation of some kind, or give them like the roofing companies come in and help them out, things like that. They're not able to get to the computers and things like that. So I'm, like I said, I have my family here. Like I said, I left and I came back. I've worked in all kind of industrial, but I'm glad to be part of a working community. Like I said, I've been here most of my life, and the help is definitely needed. I'm glad to be here to participate in any way I can.
Hi, I'm Faye Moore. I'm outgoing, past president been on the commission since 2012. I think it's time to go. And I did represent the NAACP, so Kiana Edwards is going to be taking my place on this commission to represent the NAACP on the Women's Commission. I've enjoyed my stay with the Women's Commission and all that the Women's Commission has done. And I just welcome each and every one of your smiling faces. We're so glad to have you on the Michigan City Commission for Women. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, I'm Nyla Williams. I am the mayor appointee under the health, not-for-profit health representative for that. So, yeah, just got sworn in today, so yeah, last minute, but I'm glad to be a part of this. I work for Franciscan Health Michigan City. My title is Community Health Improvement Coordinator for Franciscan Health Michigan City, as well as LaPorte. So I'm over those two hospitals. My background has been community activist type work, whether it's involving the position I've held at, at the job, or just being on different commissions and boards. I'm on a couple, Indiana Black Expo, the Boys and Girls Club right now. Previously, I was a Human Rights Commissioner, and as well as Commissioner for the Social Status of African American Males. So I like to be on boards and commissions that are working boards and not just talking. So I heard good things about you all, so I look forward to working with each and every one of you.
Great. My name is Linda Conway, and I've been on part of this board for this is for my second year. And I'm retired from the state of Illinois, Department of Human Services. I was a case worker manager for nursing home services, and I too enjoy working on this board with the women and doing things. And welcome to all the new people.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name's Sarah Jones. I'm mayor appointed for education. I taught in Gary for 16 years, and I teach here in Michigan City now. This is my first powwow with anything like a commission, so I'm learning as I go. That's about it.
Lori Wink, I'm representing the League of Women Voters. I joined the commission last year, and it's been really exciting. So much to do. You'll be glad you're all joining us. You've got very impressive backgrounds. I've been in Michigan City 20 years now and have done various things. I worked for the United Way. I was a news dispatch reporter for a while. I've done some teaching at Purdue Northwest. Currently, I'm just restarting my Words in a Week business. I'm a writer-editor, so getting a website together. And so happy to be part of y'all.
Hello, I'm Kiana Edwards. I was appointed by the NAACP. I'm born and raised from Michigan City. I'm involved in some community things. I'm the Drifter, the Greater Michigan City Drifters, NAACP, IBE, like Women Voters, thank you. As well as I work at Franciscan.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline Jones. Jackie is fine. I was appointed by the mayor's office for non-for-profit. Currently, I am employed at Real Services as a service coordinator, care manager for LaPorte County. I wasn't born here, but I was raised here all my life. So educational background is organization management, but like Keisha, I have a lengthy background with social work in the social realm. I do like volunteering with the community. My passion is the less fortunate and the seniors and the elders as well, and health, like with Nyla, as Nyla stated, her background. But I'm looking forward to working with you all and looking forward. I'm very interested with the vision that the Women's Commission has, and I've heard a lot of good things, so I'm looking forward to working with each and every one of you. You're welcome.
Excellent. Now, I did forget to do this, but I forgot to amend the agenda that after the introduction of the new commissioners, that I'd like to do an introduction to the commission. Will anyone approve that amendment to the agenda?
So moved.
And second?
A second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Any opposed? Great. So the one thing that I did not print for all of you is the ordinance, and you can find that on the eMichigan City website under Government, under Boards and Commission. I will just read a little bit about this, and I will say that the commission has been around now for, I guess this will be the 12th year. And that Faye was on the original commission with Pat Boy and really developed this ordinance. So I'm just going to read just a little bit of it, just so you know. Our establishment, purpose and intent. This is hereby established a commission for women. The purpose of this commission is to ensure that women and men have equal opportunity to function fully and optimally as citizens of the city, as equal participants in the economy, in politics and government, and education and social development, and the system of justice, and all other facets of life. The aim and goal is to increase awareness and understanding of the status of women, the needs of women and their families, and the issues women face. Identify available resources and services meeting their needs and the gaps that remain in existing services. Monitor, review, and provide balanced analysis of federal, state, local policy for its impact on city women, and to make recommendations regarding those policies to the Human Rights Department and appropriate action to ensure women's equity. To stimulate and encourage legislation for the development of social services of particular benefit to women, allowing them to become better educated, better connected to their communities, better aware of their resources and opportunities, and better engaged in resolving the challenges they face. To be an advocate for pay equity, better health care, affordable quality child care, better workplace environments with no sexual harassment and other issues identified in the listening sessions of the Indiana State Commission. So what that was, the commission did start after the state of Indiana held a series of listening sessions throughout the city to bring more awareness to women in our communities. There are only 3 commissions in the state of Indiana. So there's Gary, which is actually just one person at this particular moment, Monroe County, and us.
Who are we thinking in Michigan City?
Exactly. So I'm going to stop there with that, because I think you can go on further to read the ordinance, but really that's what we follow. That's our guidelines. We created this brochure that you see, and that really basically lists a lot of what the ordinance is, what our responsibilities are, what our goals are, and what we have done. We are a very active commission, meaning that we produce 2 pretty, substantial events. They've always been really successful. And you'll hear later on one that's coming up quickly, because March 8th is International Women's Day. We always do something then, and we always do something in August, which is August 26th, is Women's Equality Day. We have an annual meeting that we meet off-site. As you can see, we have a camera on. We do have an open door policy for all of our meetings, except that annual meeting is the one meeting that we don't. And usually at that meeting, we really determine the year's focus. This year, we determined that focus to be entrepreneurship and empowerment. Last year, the year before that, was on healthcare, women's healthcare, and the disparities in healthcare. Yes, good.
Any questions?
Any questions so far?
Sure, there are lots of them.
But there are other tasks that could be taken on by the commission. And one of those tasks could be doing more research doing more surveys within the community, and really informing our city council of what is going on in our community. We've also, last year, we started doing legislative reports, and I really hope that we'll keep up with that. We really followed the state government and what was going on in women's issues. Bonnie Schaff, who was on the commission, would be happy to share how she came up with that information. We have a good connection with the American Civil Liberties Union, who would also give us their legislative reports, because I think it's really important to not just pay attention locally, but statewide with what is going on. I also met with the State Commission for Women in Monroe and Gary. We would have monthly meetings to try to figure out ways that we could, as a state, bring ideas and vision together. So those are two things that could continue or could not continue as you guys move forward. What else? That's with that. The commission, so as I said, we do have the open door policy. You cannot meet with more than 5 commissioners to discuss anything. Subcommittees need to be not a quorum. Quorum is 5. So anything that is discussed has to be discussed in a public forum. Unless, when you're working on these programs, yes, we have the subcommittees, and the subcommittees come back and give us their reports. We have also, the Women's Commission, if you look at the request for funding guidelines, I don't know how long we've been doing the funding, for a while. The Women's Commission has always raised its own money. I think about 10 years ago, we did have, the mayor gave us $20,000, but that started us off with the idea to support organizations and individuals. So as you can see, what we fund is we accept project proposals from individuals and organizations that primarily serve women, youth, and families. The commission can use its funds to pay for the following purposes: materials, supplies, education to the public, including promotional, educational, and training supplies, community events, special projects, sponsorships for special programs. So what happens is on the website there is a donation request form. They will fill that out. We have an email. They send it to that email, and then we bring it. We usually like whoever is requesting funds to come in and do that in person. We usually have them give their spiel, and then they leave, and then at the end of the meeting, we will vote on approving or not approving. We can fund up to $1,000 unless it's a special project and you deem that it is necessary to fund them at a higher rate. I believe we funded the Naomi Anderson project $5,000. Most people, it's between $500 and $1,000. Some of the projects that I've really enjoyed are when the young high school students will come in. Like we had Bianca. She was great, just beautiful, gave a great proposal to us. She was going to a summer program in Spain, so we helped support her to get there. We have helped with the Juneteenth celebration. We've helped with, name other things. Come on.
Salvation Army.
Salvation Army has a financial aid or financial education program.
And in the schools, one of the nurses came and we helped them with
She actually used that tool to
with the projects. And the lady that she was a car racer, and Kelsey, the young lady,
Oh, yes.
was doing a paper, some project in LaPorte on this car racing lady. And we helped her with her project.
Who came from the area, so there's significance to our area. to make those funds happen, we try to keep our budget at a certain amount, which is 10,000 at all times. So that would mean that there would be fundraising that would be needed, or potentially even an ask to the new mayor for some support for the commission, because we have not received that for a while. So at the 10-year anniversary of the commission, we did have a gala, and at that gala, this was our fundraising. We actually raised $7,000 at this event. So with support from Horizon Bank and also ticket sales of $50, and plus a few other people that donated at larger amounts. So this will all be here for you to look at how we did that, what we did. If you want to see that, you can. One of the great things that I think that we produced for that gala is a little booklet for the important women from Michigan City history, where we really highlighted women in our community, from Annette Merriweather to Anita King to Nora Telly McElvey, Ann Baxter. You said you knew some of these people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is my Mame Sanders.
Sanders.
Yeah. So can also take a look at that. And we try to print this at all of our events to make sure that people can continue to see that. The other events that we have, last year we did an International Women's Day event called Embracing Equity in Healthcare. That was a great program. It was a really solid program. It would have been nice to be able to do the survey, but we are all volunteers here. Right? So it's really important that we all commit to doing something for the commission and being invested in that way. And we are compensated for our meeting time. We can thank Sean Fitzpatrick, the only one male that was on our commission, who was as a city council liaison and brought that to the table, which pretty dang good, right?
How many of you have seen the Naomi Anderson project on the Boulevard? Oh, okay.
Yes. And that's just amazing. It was a fantastic project for community pride, and I think we should have more events over there. Just another suggestion. Okay. Anything else? Does that seem like a pretty good introduction? Do we need anything else? Even though I'm an outgoing president, I will be available to support or ask for any questions about the commission and its history. I actually, since I've been on for 8 years, I have everything from 2017 to now, so someone will, you can always look. I'm gonna pass that bag on. Has some of my notes in it, but at least you can see the trajectory of the commission from that time. I was secretary for a long time, so good.
Election of officers.
Now we're on to election of officers. So you have the standard operating procedures here.
Another copy that I
Sure.
one of those, I'm sorry.
No, you know what? I could totally pass these. I'm sorry.
You got standard operating procedures?
Yes, do you want that?
Yes.
Go ahead. That's for Faye.
Thank you.
If you just want to take a look at them, then we'll, I guess there's probably enough copies for you all, but however you want to do that. And again, if anyone does want one, they're right here.
Do you have any more copies of the standard operating procedure? Did you get that? She did get it. so you know what you're getting into when you accept the position.
Yes. So, actually, before we do this, we do need to confirm our minority health appointee. We need to vote her in. So, and then we have a Michigan City, or Commission for Women appointee that we need to vote in before we do the selection of officers. Dang it. So, all in favor of Keisha Ward being our minority health appointee? Aye. Any opposed? Excellent. We have someone who could not be here tonight because they were traveling, Ann Livesey, also known as Shar. She was on the Commission for Women. She had to step back. She had to step off for a moment because she had to work and travel commitments, but she would like to join the commission again. She was our treasurer, and she is happy to come back in that role. So I know you're not seeing her, but we still need to vote her in.
What's her name again?
Charlene Livesey.
Lipsey or
Livesey.
Livesey.
CHARLENELIVESEY.
Can you spell her last name again?
LIVESEY. Livesey. Wait a minute.
It's AY.
AY, sorry.
It's AY.
And she will be our
Well,
commission appointee.
she would be the commission appointee if we so approve her at this meeting. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Great, she will be our appointee from the commission. And she has a lot of experience here, so it'll be helpful to have another person. Lori's only been on for a year, Linda's been on for
This is my
second year, Sarah has been on for,
3 if you count me. COVID was.
yeah. So it might be nice to have that other person, so great, that's fantastic. So now we're going to look at the appointments of the officers. And if you just want to take a look, the chair, president position, writes the agenda, sends to the secretary. So this is something that we have not done in the past, Lori. You were asking me what the
Right.
procedure was.
Yeah.
So I have been doing that job, but it looks like it is the secretary's role
What's that?
to send the Michigan City. And I will give you a list of the people that need to be sent because it has changed.
And then the president does create the agenda and
Yes.
sends it to me. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
And then post-meeting agenda within 7 days of meeting. Law is 48 hours. Chair prepares annual report for presentation to the city council in the second week of March. Chair prepares report by December for presentation by vice chair in March. Now, that also was a little different last year in that I prepared it and presented it. So, chair conducts meetings, and best practice, chair reminds commissioners of the meeting day before meeting. Vice chair runs meetings and chair is absent, and covers treasury report and treasurer is absent.
And I guess we should add that they give the presentation in March to the council.
Yes, in March, but it's the second meeting, not the second week. The second meeting,
Okay.
because they meet first and third.
So the president does not give that report. The vice president does, evidently.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
what it says?
Yeah,
No,
it
it
does.
says the chair president,
No,
says
no, it
chair.
does say chair prepares the report and then the vice chair gives it.
Right.
I think I did it because Albertine
Oh.
chose not to. So,
So who prepares it? Can you confirm who prepares it?
president prepares it and the vice chair gives it. That's kind of interesting. I don't know,
I
you
know.
might want to revise this. I would say this can be revised. This was done in 2019. So this document is something I would put on your agenda for next meeting to really look over what the, say again? Yeah, what that is. Since you are new, I will help prepare that report. I can actually send you all the presentation that I gave last year, because that will actually really help inform you of what we did last year with numbers and specifics and all of that. Okay. Secretary takes notes, minutes at every meeting, submits a draft of minutes to the commissioners within 72 hours of
That's
post-meeting.
part I didn't
That's
know.
new. Yeah.
I mean, I just
what we did.
stepped up to this last year, so it's been a little informal. But, so is this meeting that all the commissioners have to approve the minutes? I thought we did that at the meeting.
We do.
Do that.
And then you just need to send it to them within 72 hours.
You just send it to them.
Oh, okay, I missed.
So what happens-
Carefully.
After it's approved, and that's when you submit it to.
But I just make sure everybody gets it after I've written them, they drafted it
Right.
within 72 hours.
And all of these current people on the bottom there are different.
Okay.
And so I just confirmed who's at
Except for
work
Gail.
today. So I'll go ahead and tell you that, except for Gail.
You can tell me that later.
I will tell you that.
Amanda's still there.
Amanda's still there, yeah.
I think Stacy's the only one that's gone, right?
On that list, but it does need to go to other people.
I don't know.
So treasurer does the annual report based on treasury reports, prepares reports, and submits forms to controllers with a copy of the invoice and letter of request, approves amount to controllers, submit a monthly report at meetings, enter request after meeting and submit to controller 10 days prior to Board of Works meetings. So that really is in terms of if we, so for our events, when we need to give a check to our caterer or anything, this all needs to be taken care of way ahead of time in the Board of Works meetings. They meet the first and third meeting of the month. Otherwise, people won't get their funding. And that also holds for when we have donations. Balance review of the general ledger, vice chair covers if treasurer is absent, annual report in December, and then pass all the materials to the newly elected officials by January, February. And I have all those, but we,
Now, what I see is missing is, who submits the attendance from the meetings? After each meeting.
you're
That would
right.
be in the minutes, wouldn't it?
No, there's a special attendant,
No, there's a special
there's
attendance
a
sheet.
form
Okay.
that needs to be filled out, and
We need you back.
I just did
missing.
it. The president did it, I just did it. But
The
maybe,
president did
I mean, the secretary could do it.
it. There is a form that needs to be submitted after each meeting to the controller's office in order for you to get paid.
Yes. And I've always
We
done
need
that.
to ask.
So we can,
The
I
secretary is
think we should
supposed to
put
do
that as
that.
the secretary.
The president
Yeah.
is doing it. Yeah, secretary's supposed to.
Yeah, payroll,
So you add that to the secretary?
I'm adding that to the secretary. But again, you as this new commission could kind of look at this document and adjust it as
That's a
if you
very
feel so.
important piece.
Right?
And I can show you then how to do that, too. Okay, so now we need to elect officers. And I know you're all new, but we do have someone that has stepped up, and I'd like to nominate Jackie Jones has stepped up to as the president's role. If there's anyone else that would like that position, please state that now as well. Any other nominees for the president position? Great.
Do I need to make a motion?
Oh, yes, that's what I forgot to do earlier. Yes, so we are Robert's rules in here.
I move to nominate Jackie Jones as the new president of the commission.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Fantastic. Great. I do not have anyone lined up for the vice chair. Would anyone like to step forward for the vice chair?
I will.
Ah, nice.
So somebody has to nominate.
Was that Linda said that?
Linda said that.
I move that we nominate Linda Conley for vice chair.
Is there a second?
I will second.
Who, Sarah? Angela?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Oh,
I'm supposed to
fantastic.
ask if there are any more nominations.
Oh, are there any more nominations?
Just in case.
Yeah, right.
Excellent, okay. Lori Wink has been secretary, and I believe she would like to stay on as secretary.
She does a fantastic job.
Right.
What was that?
Lauren Wink does a fantastic job.
And so, all in favor?
Any other nominations?
Oh, any other nominations?
Somebody might be having a.
Yeah, no, if you feel it.
Yeah, nobody.
All in favor?
I will nominate
Oh,
Lori
jeez.
to be the secretary.
Excellent,
I second that.
fantastic. So you'll be a little bit better at this than Robert's rules. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Fantastic, we have Lori Wink as secretary. Treasurer, again, Charlene has nominated herself and has done this position in the past. Is there anyone else that is interested? Great. Anyone like to nominate?
I nominate Shirley Lipsey for our treasurer for the coming year.
And second?
I second that.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right.
Before we go on, I just want to give Christina a big round of applause for being president. Thank Faye Ward for all of her years of service. The other retirees were Albertine Allen and Bonnie Schaff, who are not here today, but did super service for the commission.
And Albertine was on since the beginning, 12 years, and Bonnie was on for 8 years with me. We joined at the same time. The other person that's was also her term ended was Veronica Martin. She was on for 4.
Veronica.
And so now what happens is I pass it on, and you will run the rest of the meeting.
Okay. So we're gonna open it up for, new business?
Or approval of the.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just go down, yeah.
I'm sorry. The approval of, the minutes from December, but if we can take a minute and just view them for the ones that didn't, get a chance to view the, minutes.
And we did cancel the January meeting because of the weather,
Right.
so. Normally that would have been the election of officers time, but we're just a little bit behind.
So I have read over the minutes and Lori did an excellent job. She captured everything from the minutes. I don't see any corrections or anything that needs to be changed since I was present.
So can we get an approval for the minutes, December minutes?
Just need a second.
Oh, I'll second that as I was here at that meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, we're accepting the minutes, the December minutes. Now we will move on to the new business.
Treasurer's report. Just keep going down this way.
Okay, I'm sorry. Treasurer's report. Christine, are you gonna?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. So the balance from December was $15,103.04. We had no disbursements and no income, making our balance for January 18th as $15,103.04.
That's precise bookkeeping.
And I will, what is it?
Make a motion to
Make a move to approve treasurer's report.
As is from January 18th, 2024.
Thank you. And a second? Oh, sorry.
A second?
I'll second the treasurer's report from January.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we're receiving the treasurer's report.
Yes. Well, that's, I was saying, if you're on the agenda, just keep going, just keep going with that, okay, March 8th.
All right, yeah. Next on the agenda, we're going to be talking about the March 8th International Women's Day. Does anyone want
I
to
will represent the committee. The committee's been working hard, Christina, Faye, Linda, and myself, to plan what was really a signature event for this commission.
I think so.
It's, people look forward to this all year, and it's hopefully you have been attending it before. It's the annual free luncheon, and we have Nick Krieger, and please invite people you know that might want to come. This year's, it is part of International Women's Day, which their theme is Inspire Inclusion. We have focused on inspire inclusion through entrepreneurship and empowerment. And we're going to have a great panel of speakers: Denise Ship-Glenn, Lori Feld, and Liliana Franco. And I know they're going to do a great job. Just FYI, I did send them announcements and ask for their bios, but here's the suggested topics. And, if anyone else has another one, I'd be happy to take that down. But just in general, what is the state of women's entrepreneurship in Northwest Indiana and Michigan City? What are typical challenges for these entrepreneurs in creating their businesses? What resources are available to help women who are considering establishing their own business? And how does your organization encourage and support women's entrepreneurs? And we will have a side table I've asked them if they want to bring any materials that represent their organization, and any of you that want to do the same thing. We'll have our commission brochure out there. Faye has arranged you want to talk about your visitor bag?
Just the Port County Visitors Center, they do those bags for people that's coming to the community or whatever, which has a lot of good information in them. And so I've already getting those ready for that. And then anything that we have, we can put in that bag so they can have something to take with them. Also, Pat Boyd, our state representative, has a booklet called An Information Guide for Senior Citizens. And in that guide, it has general resources, elder care, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, voting and elections, government contracts, and additional information. I sent all the commissioners that I had email addresses a copy of this booklet, so you can get an idea of all the information that it has in it.
That's available.
So they're supposed to be coming, and I should have them to put in the bags also.
Great, thank you.
Great. And I'll probably ask Meals on Wheels again to give us something. Last time she gave us some stuff. We'll see if we got anything.
And it's being catered again this year by Nakia Williams?
Nakia Bonds.
Nakia Bonds.
She did a great job last year. I believe Alco will be videoing it, and will be open to questions from the audience. So as it notes down here, please register for this. We're expecting a powerhouse packed place. I think we have 100 people.
We can have 100 people.
And how many do we have now, Christina?
We only have 11 reservations.
Well, I have 10 right
You
here.
have 10 more. Excellent.
names.
Yay.
I'll
And I asked Bonnie Schaff to please invite all the League of Women Voters members. So I think we still need to invite City Commission and the mayor.
Oh, yes, I talked to the mayor. The mayor is gonna be there.
Good.
She already had it on her calendar.
And
Yes.
who would invite the city council?
That is,
We do, it's on our, well, they were on our mail chip, weren't they?
they are not, because
They're
it's
not?
new. Right? Some of the people on city council are
Well,
new.
we need to have a representative from the city council. They select it, but
We need to, so what is left, there's a MailChimp. We have about 165 names on our MailChimp. So we will do another blast there. As commissioners, we do try to bring at least, 6 to 10 people from your friends and family, or to add to that list. I will, now that I have all of your emails, will send you that, you will get the email chain, and as soon as I send that out again. You can also, we didn't make extra copies of this, but if anyone on the commission wants to put these flyers around, that can happen. It tended, like last year, we had, I think we had a total of 77 people that showed up, but we started with only like 55 reservations, and so a lot of people did not reserve seats, so we really prefer that we have those names ahead of time.
Do you have a deadline?
Yes, and I do not
It's
have it
not
on
on
the
the
top
list.
of my head. It
It's
is
not
the
on
week
here.
before.
March 1st.
Oh, no, I have it on here?
March 1st in an email.
March 1st.
What does it say then?
Can this be emailed to us so that we can then send this
Yes. Yeah.
email to? Okay.
Yeah. And did you put your email on here? Did everyone
Yes.
sign this?
Mhm.
Because that's how I'll start to add you all to the list. And then Jackie, you'll then.
So you said
have
the deadline is March 1st?
I didn't sign.
They could just email
Sign-in sheet so you can.
to this email address to RSVP.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And so what has happened is that I as president, this is, again, could be divided into different commissioners. I've managed the MailChimp and I've managed the email account. So, again, if anyone else wants to step onto those positions, that's fine. Since we are so close to this date, I will continue to stay on to make sure that that all remains in process, right?
So just to follow up again, will Jackie then be inviting the city commissioners and pursuing our city commission rep who would be great?
So the city council liaison I just heard today is Daisy Lee.
Oh, good.
Oh, Daisy Lee's gonna be on.
Daisy.
Great. But is it, so that's official now
She
that,
said
That is official.
okay,
I heard it from Gail this afternoon. So yes, that is something that needs to be done. I guess what would be, yeah, if you wanna, whoever wants to look at the city council's names, I'll put them on the mailing list. But we should do direct
maybe we could
messages
just
to them.
message Daisy. and
Or
try to make
even-
sure.
Well, I can almost assure you that Don probably will be here.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
This year.
yeah, for
So all I
sure.
have to do
We
is
just need
send
to
him an
check
email.
that off the box, though.
Or if anyone wants to go to the city council meeting and report that this is happening, that's what happened last year. Faye went to the meeting and got on them to attend what the commissions are doing. I think our new mayor will be a little more responsive to really working with us. Just in terms of letting everybody know.
There's lots of options on how to invite them, but I think we should decide on one to make sure that it's,
Is Daisy? Yeah, it's a Daisy's.
so we get
From the council.
Oh, you have it?
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
So are we asking Daisy to invite?
We'll make a copy.
Okay. Yes, so
Yes,
that's what
yes.
our city council liaison had done in the past, is that they would be the one to invite everyone, but since there's a transition, it would be great if we did this, someone here did that.
We need, of course, a
Great.
person to do it, so
Great, so Jackie's gonna do that for us, that's great.
Jackie's gonna do it, okay, great.
I'll also add I'll take a picture and I'll add all these names to our
Okay.
MailChimp.
Okay.
You sure?
And just to kind of give you a bit more information, how we find it out, there's an International Women's Day, a national, international program, and that's where we've gone in the past to find out what their themes were, and then come up with our own program, so. Oh, sorry.
Any other questions about the event?
If you need like programs or the, I'm kind of the go-to. I can create anything. I work during the day, so I don't often, I'm not often able to attend the day sessions, because I don't like calling off of work. But if you need help with paperwork type stuff, creating brochures or pamphlets or programs, just holler at me. I can do all kinds of stuff at home, but during the day I have trouble.
And I think that's something the committee, the event planning committee can make that happen.
Okay.
So we'll work with Sarah.
And then you just throw me the information and I'll make it nice and fancy.
She laid out our brochure and made it look great, so we're happy for her.
The other thing that we should say is that we should also ask you to help us set up on the day of. We have an arrival time at Kruger at 9. The event starts at 11:30 with people arrival, and then we start the program at 12. So if anyone can be there to help set up the tables, basically the tables will be bare. We bring in the tablecloths. This year we're not doing the writing on the table thing. As far as I know, that's not happening. And then there'll be a table at the front. We have a tablecloth that says Commission for Women. And so, again, the purchasing of the tablecloths, I guess the subcommittee will do, but the day of setup, it would be great if we had commissioners' commitment to help.
I have a question. So this says 11:30 to 2. This says 11 to 1:30, and you just said 12.
11:30 people arrive. You give them a half hour to set up, grab their lunch. The program starts at 12. It might not go to 2, but we put that time in there just in case.
I have a question. Is there any way we can amend this to have that deadline to register deadline on here before we start tagging them around the city?
I can add that.
And then we can turn it on.
I've got the file. It sounds like people just show up anyway, though. We want to encourage that, but
Right, but we,
I will say that a lot of the work last year in terms of getting people there was Albertine and I. So again, if all the commissioners can step up, it would be really great.
did we say March 1st is the deadline to register
What's
by?
the,
Yes.
no,
For the
What's
program
the
deadline?
deadline? March 1st.
okay. Well, I'll add that to the
To let
agenda.
Nakia know about the food. Did she give
we
you
have
the March
100,
1st?
we paid her for 100 meals. That's all we got.
It's the week before. It'd be.
We should do it a week before.
Yeah.
A week before.
No, not even a week before, like the end of February if it's March 8th.
Well, we were wanting to push it back a little bit because we were kind of late.
We were late in
the
giving
word
it out.
Okay.
Because we lost some time with the January
Okay.
meeting and everything,
With
so.
that storm.
Right.
Yeah, I can throw us for a loop there for a
I'm
while.
pretty
but-
sure that the email campaign does say what the sign-in date is, so, I don't know. I think it was definitely at least the Friday before,
Well, we didn't have it on our flyer, as Linda mentioned, so.
but it is on the email.
Okay.
But,
Well, so we're gonna put March 1st. I don't have a calendar, so.
It's March 1st, the week before
So
the Friday.
great, okay, perfect,
Here
I'll
you
add
go.
that to it.
Says
March 1st.
March 1st.
Okay,
I knew I saw it somewhere.
Yeah, it's on the flyer, but we don't have it on this one. We're gonna put these up like at the grocery store or at the lighthouse. We need to have it so people can.
so, Jackie had some really great suggestions. You wanna just talk about who you thought would be great to invite to this program that we have not yet done?
Sure. As Christina and I was talking, we thought about getting more involved at like the stepping stone, the women, the stepping stone with the women with the battered homes or whatnot. And also we have stated Sandcastle, residents from Sandcastle, and that's basically to educate them and being able to make them aware of what resources that's in the community was to offer, because a lot of individuals, and not just Stepping Stone, but it's a lot in the community that they're not aware of resources, the community resources, what agencies to go to and whatnot. So I thought that would be a good thing to do, is invite them, even maybe seniors from the high school.
So you put down something like that, looking into the vocational program to see what
I mentioned that too.
business type courses, so that was, I was gonna see if I could find a contact for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So any group that you think could benefit from this information, I mean, that's what we're here for.
Well, let me just say, though, the theme is about women entrepreneurs, so we're really focusing in on that this year.
But we really want people that want to be potential
Yeah, no, I
entrepreneurs.
understand.
That have the potential but don't know the opportunity.
Is there still local beauty colleges?
I don't think we have one.
So
Do we
already
have one?
working towards, I'm not sure, but I was just thinking that might be.
That would be nice. But if we have one, I don't think we have a.
We don't have that anymore.
No. Okay, I
We
wasn't
have
sure.
two, but I just asked that question a while back, but there's not, but we do have, like people who have like little spas, it's on Barker Avenue.
Yes,
and So maybe that's another group that we can.
Yes. And that's what I was saying, like.
There's small business owners, and then I remember
Go to AK Smith.
AK Smith's be a great one,
See them and then, see what programs they have going on, and then you can maybe pick a couple students from each one of those, backgrounds like mechanical or things like that, from AK Smith. And then obviously the small businesses,
Yeah.
business owners.
They do have cosmetology, I believe, at the AK, things like
And that
that.
would be a great start.
Culinary education, EMT, criminal justice, automotive.
Right, and that was with the young, younger generation or whatnot that we were asking to maybe consult with. We did talk about AK Smith, that was one. But the reason, going back to Lori, right?
Mhm.
The reason that we stated maybe others within the community, the women at the Stepping Stone or women at Sandcastle, because some may be inspired to begin their own business.
Sure, I understand.
So even to encourage them, to bring them out, so they will be aware of, who they can go to, even if it's somebody that can inspire them at this luncheon,
Mhm.
so.
I guess I'm worried, and it's probably a good problem to have, but I'm afraid that we will have too many, because it was a full house last year.
We had 77 people last year.
So we could have had more, it seemed like it was pretty full.
We took a table away because, again, we didn't have the reservation, so we were like, let's take a table away so it doesn't seem empty, and then all of a sudden we had all these people.
Well, that's just it, I'm wanting to take that into account, that if people feel and know that they can do that, then, the issue would be, I don't want to have to turn anyone away. And so if we don't have those reservations, as Linda said, the deadline will help. But,
Well, Lori, would it help, like, say for an example, if we, someone went to, or goes to AK Smith and talks or speaks with one of the representatives there,
yeah,
and maybe they can,
Representative.
right, maybe they can, give a number or something like that of how many can attend. And then the same thing, like even if we reached out to Sandcastle, it's not that many, I don't think that they
Yeah,
house that
exactly, but
many.
it's Sandcastle.
Well,
Shelter, right?
it's a shelter.
It's a shelter.
for
Yeah,
women
for
and
women.
children.
Okay, that's what we need to be careful.
Yes.
Okay.
When it comes to, Stepping Stone or the bridge, because they can't be, we have to protect their privacy.
Right.
Yeah.
So, to have them there, we cannot have anything to say, okay, they're here from Stepping Stone.
No, we would
Or
never
anything like
do
that, but just maybe talk to the staff first and see if that is even a possibility for them to
Yeah.
come out and go to that. And then limit the number. If
Right.
you go to AK Smith, then say, oh, we can only have 10.
Okay.
You guys pick the 10, and then, you have to RSVP. So having this revised in some way, walk-ins, I don't know how you want to word it, you must RSVP.
We gotta hold these people
We even
accountable.
had that.
Get 5 high school people.
You said, they say that RSVP
Saying,
for
yeah, so
them.
that would be 10 right there.
RSVP required, which I assume you did last year too. People just,
And again, you might decide it's not, this isn't the program. I think it's a good idea, it's just, yeah.
well, somebody just needs to do it so I can, I mean, you know, it's a great idea, we just need someone to go do it.
Well, I can go to,
I was gonna say, I can try to find a contact,
contact
with
with
the
the
AK.
AK.
I
Okay.
know the person, well, I don't know them, but I know who it is over that, just because my kid goes there, so I get emails from them.
So you will make contact with the AK Smith? Will anyone, does anyone
Sandcastle?
want to make contact with Sandcastle, maybe invite 5 or have?
I could talk to Jim, he's on my Health Equity Advisory Committee.
Yeah, see if he thinks it's interesting and
Yeah.
helpful, because maybe it's not, I don't,
Okay.
maybe he, yeah.
All right,
And it's before, I've
So,
been partnering with women, so maybe there's someone
Yes.
that used about the cosmetology or culinary.
And then the other one
Maybe
was
they don't know how
Business
it's the
associates
resources.
from this community.
What's the
Maybe from a
shelters?
nearby community.
I think it has, does it?
Yeah, like a poor,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I think so.
No, not
To attend.
Yeah,
and
but
read
Port
the
City.
report, I
We
think.
could even do it.
No, I mean, can they be from another county nurse?
And then
If they were interested, because that's
That's
a good.
Yeah.
too.
Why not?
So we can give
Yeah, I
it
like
to
my
educators, and then those educators can relay it to their classes if they wanna do a society.
Yeah, because maybe it's just the resource person that we want to be there so that they can disseminate the information to the people.
Right.
And so who do we have for Sandcastle?
I'll speak to Jim.
Nyla,
Nyla's gonna speak with Jim.
Nyla.
Oh, Nyla,
Yes,
and then
NILA.
I forgot Stepping Stones.
Anyone would like to contact Bridges or Stepping Stone?
Are there two different things then?
Keisha?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Keisha.
Different locations.
Bridges.
Okay, great.
I will say that like the majority, like when we do these luncheons and something that you can consider in the future, we're doing it on the actual day. March 8th is the actual day. But when we do it on a day like this, sometimes we don't get to the younger people,
Right.
right? We tend to have an older audience. So last year, it was pretty amazing at our health equity that we had like all the key players there. Like how often does that happen? And we were a little late, so that we didn't get to quite access all their information or ask the right questions to them for that community dialogue at the end. So, but our audience skewed older, and who needs the information?
The younger, we know the information. They
Right.
need to actually physically be there.
Right, and so, by younger, we're talking from 25 to 40.
Even with AK, that's what that's teenagers, that would be nice to have them there, get
Yeah.
involved in those programs.
So again, in the future, you might decide you'd rather do programs on a weekend, depending on what you're doing, who you're trying to reach.
I understand, am I correct that Denise is going to put the word out to the Black Business Association members?
Yes, I think it's now called the Melanated
But do
Business Association.
we get confirmation? I can send
So
her.
all we should have, maybe we should also reach out to these 3 individuals, and they should do a blast to their people.
Oh, yes.
So if we, if they RSVP, like if I had 10 people, do you want their names?
Yes.
Okay.
It's always nice when we get names and the number of people in their organization. But you also have a sign-in sheet that can put that in.
Okay. Thank you.
I kind of go back to what you're saying about the deadline.
Yes.
March 1st, that's a Friday.
Yes.
It's the week before.
That's the week before.
Mhm.
Maybe when we update this, should we say no walk-ins, must have a reservation? Because if we only gonna have 100 people.
Again, we did not have the reservations.
We didn't have the
We had 50,
But
and 25 walked in.
Well, and we do say required, but I guess we could add that. No walk-ins.
I'm just wondering.
I wouldn't limit it, but you guys decide.
Because,
then what if we have all these available seats?
I like the word about it.
I was just wondering if that would.
We know we have 100 plates of food no matter what.
Crystal Lake City had 20-some seats available last year.
We had, yes.
You took tables away at the moment that, at the program when you only saw how many people you
We
had?
only had 55.
If we're
There were only 55 people last year.
No, we had 55 reserved.
Right.
We had 77, so we had,
You had enough tables, that's what
yeah.
I think that's what we were talking about, it's like,
There'll be,
we want to put up enough tables.
there'll be tables for 100.
Yeah.
The only reason I took we took tables away is because we only had 55 reservations. And then an additional 20-some people came.
May I,
like an awareness
may I
thing,
please?
but
I heard something, well, I'm sorry, I heard something that Nyla was saying, which, I'm kind of in agreement with. If
as
we're,
commissioners, right?
yeah, as commissioners, if we're being asked to maybe bring 10, maybe if each one of us
Then you
Yes.
would
then
bring
you have it.
10.
Then you have it.
Then we have it.
But also, well, how many, there's 9 of us.
There's 9 of you,
Right.
so we already have 11.
Well, I've invited a couple, but I'm not gonna invite.
Oh, wait, actually, and she just gave us 10. So now we're at 20-something.
But I would like for the youth to come from AK Smith though, if we could kind of,
For the students to come.
I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think working our networks is gonna be great.
I don't think that'd be a problem.
I don't think we need to post them in grocery stores or bulletin boards.
We never did that last year, but
Or maybe
Somebody was mentioning that, but
I said it because where you gonna put them? Other than newspaper or
well,
social,
we're gonna be using our networks, blast them out though.
what do you call it? Facebook, social media?
Yeah.
oh, it is on social media. It's on our Facebook. And when I send it out again, I will post
How many
it.
are on our MailChimp list?
165.
Yeah, that's a lot, but some people wait until the end, you know, they do. But I'm not too worried about it.
Yes.
But I'm not against these being out.
Well, I told my group of people, 2 groups of
We
people.
have different opinions, so we should hear them.
Okay.
No, I was just saying, I'm not opposed to these flyers being out, because there are some people who, they may not even bother with social media, but they get their hair done.
Yes.
And they'll look at this, and they'll be interested because they were at the salon.
Yeah.
Right,
You know.
at the salon or.
I'm not saying that we have to have 1,000 of these, but,
But a salon is a good place to put it.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Because they're a small business. And
we have
that's
small
when it-
business, and some of these salon owners would be interested.
Right, that's
You know,
nice.
Yes.
They would definitely be interested in this,
Mhm.
because they have proteges, they have clients, they have, you know.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree.
Idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So can we go back to maybe, or amend it a little bit, that each commissioner, that we ask for 7 to attend? That will leave vacancy for 10 students from the AK Smith. And then as Keisha was stating, flyers are gonna go and the beauty salons. And then that would open it up for public, if anyone, the walk-ins. Is anyone opposed to that, or what, any other recommendations?
Sounds good. I was a little concerned about, because I agreed to reach out to Bridges, I guess it was.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about for the shelters, how am I mean, I can present this to them, but I know sometimes when I was doing the casework side, people kind of be leery to sign it. So what am I saying I'm going to, sometimes they are hesitant for things like that where they put their name in it.
So it might not be the right group for this particular program.
Well,
It was just,
I mean, I can make them aware is what I'm saying, but I don't know if I can come back with their name. You understand what I'm saying?
I hosted an event that they were invited to. I don't want to say they. I'm gonna say that women from the agency was invited to. But we just was careful not to take pictures or ask them if they want their picture taken. Being careful of things like that. They can probably give. If they're gonna give names, maybe give you the name. Because the only person who will see it, I'm thinking, is the person at the
Sign it.
registration.
or could
Is
it,
it a sign, is it gonna be someone at
I
the
was
table?
just asking about just giving them the awareness of the event to avoid them feeling this being uncomfortable, being leery, because they're already in a situation. I don't know.
But see, and
I've worked in these places in other parts of my life, and so
It's
it's
sensitive.
not all, it's a sensitive thing.
it is sensitive,
But I want them to be invited,
right?
you understand?
It's sensitive, and the sensitivity comes in with the confidentiality part of
Right.
it, keeping them safe, making sure everyone ensures their safety. But however, I look at the part of not including, them being,
To be left out.
to be left out.
Right.
And we can always find a way and leave it up to their director.
Right,
See
well, that's
if
what I'm
it's a
saying.
way.
Or maybe just inviting the director,
Awareness.
where they can then
This,
give the
we'd love to
information.
have you.
Right, and the director decide,
And let them decide.
like, let the director decide how she wants to do it.
Right.
Yeah. And then we just respect if we don't write the names.
And you know
down.
what, and I can leave information with that particular director, reach out to me and, okay, you can expect 5 ladies that are interested, you can
Okay,
expect.
and maybe you can just have it like you saying, like, if they don't want their names, like maybe their organization, some kind of way.
agency name.
Right.
That's it.
Right,
Not
which
just
is
one.
fine with me, I just
We
want
need
them to be
agency name.
comfortable if they wanna come.
You actually don't need to know
We don't have to know.
anything about them
Right.
except that they're interested in this information, that they want the
I
information.
just wanna let them know.
So,
Great, I just wanna let them know.
Right.
I want everybody
Like,
to
this
weigh
was
in
my
and
birthday.
just going all out for this, because we're gonna make it a great program, and I know it's one of our best things that we do every year, so.
it's really about who needs this information and who can benefit from hearing from these people. And it's not necessarily about the agency or organization, it's just maybe there are some women there that do have potential and drive
Right.
and have some, want to understand where they could go.
Well, I think Sandcastle particularly points in the direction of getting careers and
Yes.
getting,
We're just connected to Grace Learning Center, so between Sandcastle and Grace, I'm sure he may have some folks that might want to attend, so I'll reach out to him.
yeah,
That's a good idea. Thank you. Thank you, Keisha.
great.
Any other comments? Or can we move on
Yes.
to the next on the agenda? Okay. Well, Daisy's not here to give her comments. Any commissioners' comments?
Commissioner's comments usually is like if you have additional programs that you know about. You have something?
I was in such a hurry, I forgot to bring it, but I'm sure if you look in the paper, the Michigan City Economic Redevelopment Commission, I think it is holding a breakfast. And it's sometime in March, and it's $35. I can get that information, you can send it out to everyone else again to go. But it's at Vibrant Michigan City, part of that is ongoing. And I think it was kind of interesting to know, like, it's for housing and jobs, with the new double track and with the building of the station downtown. And I think also about that new residential unit over where the Pine Tree Court is. So I thought it was kind of interesting, but I forgot the information to bring the information.
Well, Liliana Franco, who will be on our panel, is really the person to contact, so
Oh, okay, well,
I
yeah.
could get that information from her and just
Okay,
include it in the minutes.
okay.
Is everyone familiar with what the Vibrant Michigan City plan is?
Yes.
I think so.
It's very interesting because there's a lot of changes going on in Michigan City that a lot of the people in the city doesn't know about. We only put a little bit in the paper here and there, and then they have meetings and things, but it's pretty interesting.
Well, I think she might address some of that too at her event.
It was a plan that was from the Brookings Institute and 3 cities in Indiana, and really focusing on what these cities needed for economic development. And a lot of it is really focusing, instead of from outsider perspective coming in to develop, really looking at the individuals here, the organizations that are here to make those development plans. And really looking at the west side, the east side,
The south side where the Pine Tree Court is.
and maybe south side. It's not the Franklin corridor.
That's
No, it's not that.
So, And you can look that up. It's vibrantmichigancity.com, and they have a whole. It's like a. Oh, I didn't bring it. I left it at home. So
Booklet.
they have a huge booklet. And it's all online of what they studied, and they Angie was very active in that. And what's really great about that is all the statistics that are in there about Michigan City. And that we are one of the most diverse cities, and that our economic plan has to be really different than other cities in Indiana, and how we incorporate and move forward.
Any other comments? We don't have anyone here from the public, so we'll move on from there. The next meeting date will be March the 21st. Actually, that's after the International Women's Day luncheon, so.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to say one more thing. Because right before I came here, I went to Lakeshore for coffee, and there was Jennifer McCormick, who's running for mayor, was giving her kind of spiel of who she is and what she believes in, and she said some great things, and so.
She's running for mayor?
Governor.
Oh, okay.
Governor. And so, just check out her site, pay attention.
Her name is Jennifer McCormick.
Yeah, I have her card. Thank you.
I have a thought, real quick. I noticed that the next meeting is gonna be March the 21st after the International Women's Day. But, I know that it's already kind of together, so I'm gonna ask you, is there anything that you would want us as the new commissioners to do? Any roles, like if it's a registration table?
Yes.
Welcome, any tasks that you want
Yes.
us to do? What are we expected as the new commissioners?
So help with setting the event up. There is a registration table. Really making sure, this is what Albertina and I made sure too last year, is that the tables are mixed up. That the community is mixed up. That we have opportunities to meet new people, and to not just stay with our crew. And so, at the event.
They may need
real
help
quickly.
stuffing those bags.
And stuffing the bags probably would happen.
The day before or morning?
Morning. You have from 9
Because you said
to
9
11.
o'clock to 11?
Yeah.
Okay, so, does anyone want to volunteer for setup?
Yes.
I thought we all.
Well, the committee will
All
be
of
there for sure. We've got 4 in the committee.
I don't know.
Great.
I don't know. Upset.
Okay, I can be there to help set up.
Yeah.
Registration table, anyone want to work the registration table?
I can do it. I can work, yeah. Either one.
Okay, Linda and Nyla, or?
So I think there were like 2 or 3 there last.
Yeah.
wasn't there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Linda and Nyla. You know what, since you said you want everyone to intermingle, do you all think like maybe a icebreaker or something?
Yeah, sure.
Subcommittee
I like
meeting, that's a subcommittee meeting topic.
I don't know when we'd work that in.
Right at the,
Like an icebreaker type of thing?
yeah.
Anyone want to be creative and kind of initiate that?
I would say, so
Want to do that?
at the next subcommittee meeting, what should happen before this, maybe Jackie,
Okay.
Lori, Linda,
And I think Faye is still handling.
and Faye and I will continue to support you through that next subcommittee, and then you can develop what that would be.
And Jackie, I believe you are like the MC for the event. Christina did that last year. And I was going to.
We're jumping right in, you guys.
Yeah. And I had offered to be the panel discussion moderator
Okay.
because I've been in contact with the speakers, and unless you want to do that too.
No,
So is this a panel, or is it each one of these people will speak for a limited time
Yes,
and then open it up to questions?
yes,
And that's the program?
that's
Is that
the
right?
program. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so they will, I'm getting their bios now. I will introduce them, and then they got those suggested questions already, but they will know what they want to present.
Okay, so did before someone from the commission like speak first, like Jackie would speak to everyone, let everybody know what this commission is, what we do, give them an overview.
Yeah.
That should be,
Yeah, that would be Jackie.
um,
Introduce the commissioners.
the commissioners and.
Yeah, we
could
didn't
be
do
a
that
part of-
last year, that would've been good, we were so behind, I panicked.
Okay. So they need to know what we're doing and, you know, what our vision goals are.
Yep.
And
We should have the brochure there too, so people
Yeah.
can digest that as they go on.
Okay,
Because it's hard to wrap your arms around.
yes.
I asked a bunch of questions when I came in last year, that's how we ended up with the brochure. 'Cause I said, oh, what do I say to people, what do we do?
Right. That's important.
That is
So-
important.
We want to welcome and include even the newer commissions and taking some tasks on. So Keisha stated that she would do the invocation, the prayer,
Great.
Okay.
and I don't want to throw anyone out there on the bus, so Kiana, right?
Yes.
Kiana or Nyla or Angie, we have 2 openings, one for welcome and one for the icebreaker. So who wants to take on the challenge for initiating the icebreaker? Then who wants to take the challenge for the welcome?
I'll do the welcome.
Okay.
Well, isn't that what you would be doing?
I thought I was emceeing, so I'm.
No, I was gonna do the emceeing of the panel. I mean, moderator, I'm sorry.
You're moderator.
You're president, you should do the welcome.
You do
Yes.
you are the master of
I
ceremonies.
think that.
Yeah, you do the welcome. That would be fine.
Yeah, you get the ball rolling.
All right, so who's the mistress of ceremony?
Well,
Lord.
no, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Mistress of ceremony, that would be you.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
You
that's
take
different
master
from the
ceremony.
Yeah, thank
moderator.
You're the moderator.
I'm just
You're gonna
doing
introduce all
the
the workers,
panel.
I mean, the panel.
Right.
You do the welcome and
And
all
I'll
that.
coordinate that
Introduce
part of it, which is just
Okay.
the
Yeah.
program.
Okay, because I was just gonna introduce the commission and basically give an introduction of what the Women's Commission is.
Yeah,
There you go.
And then a little bit about the International Women's Day, but then I thought someone else could probably do the welcome.
yeah, well, I can
You know, like
introduce
an
that would be the time to go to the panel, I would think.
No, welcome is like welcoming everyone and thanking them for coming, attending the program, if that's okay.
Okay, you don't wanna do that then.
Well,
Like she would do the welcome and then introduce the president and the president.
Oh, okay, I
We
see.
have a calendar,
I was
this is our
thinking
commission, this is our purpose, and then
That's
throw a
maybe
team
the
for
welcome
the
right
camp.
there. That would be your welcome. Because you're
Gotcha.
saying,
Yeah,
hello,
you're
I
really-
am
you're really
the
bad.
president.
okay.
I welcome you here today. I want to talk about, you know,
Yeah,
share
'cause we're
share what the
gonna
commission is.
Develop the program, so we just wanna get those.
Yeah, so
things
that's
out
all
there.
inclusive of the welcome.
And those
There you
details
go.
can happen at the subcommittee meetings.
Subcommittee meeting, when is that?
We don't need to set it up.
We gotta decide that. Let's do one of these.
We'll do that
today.
afterwards.
Afterwards.
After the meeting.
After the
Decide
meeting?
we better-
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so does anyone else have any comments or recommendations or anything?
If you would like, I don't like talking in front of people, I talk to little kids all day long, not grown-ups.
You can break it down.
I can help with doing like, I'll take a half day off of work, so I will not be there at 9. The earliest I could get there is around 11.
Okay.
I haven't taken a day off of work yet, so. But I'm not getting a whole day. And I can help do like a little icebreakers.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we live with icebreakers.
Yeah,
I
fantastic.
think we're gonna volunteer for icebreaker.
Is there anything?
She was almost voluntold.
Gotcha.
And I saw your look, and I'm like, well, we do lots of icebreakers.
Great, that's great.
We have
And
stuffing,
we'll get the info to you for the program.
stuff in the bags, and stuff the bags.
I can do that, yes.
Okay.
That's day up, right? Stuff in the bag.
Right.
And do all hands on deck for that.
Right, we all can do that. Yeah.
Do we have a sound system?
Not yet,
We can take that up to the subcommittee.
subcommittee meeting.
See?
Yeah, and just as my last comment is, it is so great to have dialogue and exchange in these meetings and to really get to know each other and understand, what you care about and what you want to focus on. The commission evolves with those that are in it. And so what you deem as a group to move it forward is really going to be what makes it special. I guess I was remiss to say one other thing is that we have a proposal already in place for the August 26th Women's Equality Day, and again you can continue to process this, but the ACLU wanted to, and the League of Women Voters wanted to come together to share information about women's health and reproductive issues at that time. You can again determine if you'd like to continue forward with that program or if that happens on a different date. But it is something that the previous commission voted for. It could not be on Women's Equality Day, it could be a different luncheon or a different program, okay? I should say that.
That'll be his next.
And I will continue, I'm sorry if I was all over the place, and, but there's so much to share and you guys are gonna be great.
So, we're going to vote to adjourn the meeting, to end the meeting basically. Adjourn. So moved.
We got one?
Second. There he goes, okay. All right, so meeting is concluded. Thank you all for attending. I'm looking forward to working with everyone. Yay. Okay.